We are going to work on adding 10 and subtracting 10 from numbers, as well as adding 100 and subtracting 100 from numbers. So in my first one here, I have 48 plus 10. Now you see I have 4 10s in 48. So if I add 1 10 onto that, I'm going to have 5 10s and keep my 8 1s. So the only thing that changed there was the tens place. I have 37 minus 10. I have 3 10s here and 7 1s. So if I take 1 10 away, I'm going to have 2 10s and I keep my 7 1s. Now in this one, I have 286 plus 10. 286 has 28 10s. I just read the tens place and whatever before. So 28 10s are in 286. So if I add 10 onto that, that's 29 10s, and I keep my 6 1s. So my tens place just went from an 8 to a 9. In this one here, 485 minus 10, I have 48 10s here, and I'm subtracting 1 10 from that. So it's 447 10s, and I keep my 5 1s. So once again, my tens place just went down by 1. And 98 plus 10. Now in this one, I have 9 10s here, and I'm adding 10 to it. If I add 1 10 onto the 9 10s, that's 10 10s, and I keep my 8 1s. So my number became 108, and I have a 1 in the hundreds place and a 0 in the tens place, because 10 10s is 100. So when my 9 10s became 10 10s, that I moved a 1 over to the hundreds place and a 0 in the tens place. 604 minus 10, in this I have 60 10s, and if I take 1 10 away, that's going to be 59 10s, and I keep my 4 1s. So 604 minus 10 is 594. And in this next one, 493 plus 10, I have 49 10s, and I add 1 10 onto that. That's going to give me 50 10s, and I keep my 3 1s. And in the last one here in this column, I have 301 minus 10. There's 30 10s in 301, and if I take 1 away, that's 29 10s and 1 1. So a lot of the times, just your tens place changes, but sometimes your tens place and your hundreds place need to change. If you're starting with a 0 and you're subtracting by 10, your hundreds place and your tens place is going to change. If your tens place is a 9 and you're adding 10, your tens place and your hundreds place are always also going to change. And adding and subtracting 100. So 347 plus 100. In 347, I have 300s, so I'm going to add 100 onto that and keep my 4 10s and my 7 1s. And then 980 minus 100, I have 9 hundreds here. And if I take one of those hundreds away, I'm going to be down to 8 hundreds. I keep my 10s, my 8 10s, and my 0 1s. So 980 minus 100 is 880. And 638 plus 100, I have 600s in 638, and I'm adding 100 to it, so that's going to be 700s. I keep my 3 10s and my 8 1s. So in all of these, just the hundreds place changed. But just like before, sometimes I need to change the hundreds place and the thousands place. So in 986, if I'm adding 100 onto that, I have 9 10s already, and I add 100 onto 9 10s, and that's going to be 10 10s. Sorry, I have 9 hundreds, and if I add 100 onto that, I have 10 hundreds. And 10 hundreds is 1,000, so I need to make sure I put my comma in between there, keep my 8 10s and my 6 1s.